Well, let's talk now to environmental activist Nnimmo Bassey, who joins us live via Zoom from Port Harcourt. Seeing trees now has become some sort of a luxury in metropolitan cities like Lagos. Tell us just how many trees, what is the tree deficit in a country like Nigeria? How far away are we from getting the adequate number of trees required for our environment?
Well, let's just say that we've lost a large chunk of our tree cover in the country. Deforestation rate has been very high, and we have less than, some people say 5% of original rainforest remaining still standing in the country. And that's why we need to protect what is left so much. And then, of course, we have a lot of degraded forests, and we're still having a very high rate of deforestation. People are still cutting down trees as if we were at war with trees. And one good thing that has been proposed by the African Union, which Nigerian government has taken up also, is the building of the Great Green Wall, which is actually cutting across the Sahelan latitudes of Africa. And that is meant to help tackle global warming and also develop a zone of economic activities. But this would work really if the trees planted are indigenous trees that people relate to and people know how to utilize and how to protect, and trees that are adapted to the communities. But coming to just counting the trees, we've lost a lot, and it's time now to restore our cities, to make them green and generally contribute our bit to cooling the nation and cooling the planet.
So it's one thing to plant trees. We know it takes a long time to have them grow. And even when they become trees, there's also the challenge of cutting them for commercial purposes. What needs to be done now in revamping that culture and selling this initiative to people and indeed government that this is perhaps the way to go?
Well, it's a matter of attitude. Do you just cut trees? You find some places where you have very good stock of trees, and then because somebody does not really want trees, or I don't know why people are so, some people are just so not so comfortable with trees, they just start cutting them, like in some of our institutions that have very big trees, and then suddenly somebody starts chopping them down. Now, you are right when you say that it's not as sometimes people say if you cut down one tree, plant two, plant three, plant four. 4 trees planted today doesn't replace 1 tree that was cut today, because it takes quite a while for the trees to grow. And especially in the forest region, trees are not just standing, they don't stand alone. They are standing in ecosystems. It's a complex mix of other species depending on the trees, and the trees depending on them. And so we should really be very careful before we cut down any tree, because you can't replace them immediately, and it will take a long time to get them back.
There's also the issue of space. You're wondering, for Lagosians, for instance, where do you plant these trees? Nnimmo Bassey, we're going to continue this conversation some other time. Environmental activist who joins us from Port Harcourt. Thank you so much for talking to us.